Hello and welcome to my daily mobility series part 2. So what we'll do today is we'll run through a few different movements that we did from the last one, and we're just going to kind of hop right into it. But the goal here is we want to get the joints moving, blood flowing, circulation system up and pumping, and just the body loosened up for either the day, cooling down before bedtime, or just any time during the day if we're feeling a little sluggish or if we just need some motion. So what we'll go ahead, we'll start with is going to be our 90-90 setup. So our front knee is going to come straight out from the front of the hip, and our back knee is going to come straight out from the side of the hip. Both knees should form a nice 90-degree angle. And we can either keep the hands down for these, or if we want to pick them up for a little bit of an extra challenge, we're going to do a little bit of a fold forward, and then we're going to do a rotation towards the back hip. So we're just going to do 5 each side. And again, I'm going to show you both ways. So I'm going to do the first side with my hand down. So I'm going to kind of pull myself into it. Chest stays up tall, hinging at the hip. And as I come up, I'm going to give a little push with my hand and a little twist in the body. So a nice little stretch here in the back hip. We're going to work through 5 reps. Again, hand placement's fine. If you need to adjust the hand, no problem at all. Find that nice comfortable spot to help keep you up tall. And a nice little twist there in the hip. Let's go one more after this before we switch sides. Excuse me. Perfect. There's our 5. So let's go ahead with flip sides from there. Make sure we're set up properly, 90-degree angles at both knees. And we're going to pick the hands up for this side. So again, our forward fold, up tall, and our twist towards the back hip. Just working a little internal rotation here as we come twisting towards that back hip. Again, chest is up. I'm not rounding the back. I'm not slouching. And one more. Perfect. There we go. With this next one, we're going to go ahead and we're going to extend one leg straight out to the side. These are going to be our adductor rocks, and we're going to work a little T-spine rotation in. So when I set up for these, I want to think knee faces ahead, big toe down in the ground, pointing forward as well. Hands are down. And I love to tuck the toes when I can for a nice extra stretch on the plantar fascia on the back foot. But you can absolutely relax those toes down on the ground if it bugs the knee or if it just doesn't feel comfortable. But again, hands here. So we're going to rock those hips back to the heel. Chest is up tall, not slouching. As I come forward, I'm going to take that same size of leg extended and twist to the sky. I'm going to come back down and repeat. We can work 5 to 10 reps of these each side. We're going to run through just 5 today. So again, a nice big stretch there in through the groin as I rock back, getting the knee flexing a little bit as well. And twist and rotation through the T-spine here at the top. So last one. Good. And let's go to the switch sides. Make sure we're all good. Oh, sweet. And then the other thing to think about or take note is with this straight or this arm that stays planted in the ground, we're not bending the elbow. I'm pushing that ground away as I twist up. That's how I get a nice big stretch in there through the T-spine. And we're going to go 5 reps total. And we're going to work 2 more. And last one. Perfect. Then from here, we'll go ahead, we'll stay on both knees. Again, tuck the toes, push the hips forward, get up nice and tall. We're going to work through our neck from this point. First thing, hands by the side of the body. That way we're not moving the torso, we're not twisting the body. This way we know everything else stays put. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to tuck that chin in like I'm trying to give myself a double chin. Then I'm going to sweep that chin along the collarbone, drop the ear back. Big rotation around, ear to the other shoulder. Pull that chin down and sweep the collarbone. I like to just work one direction at a time. I find it's a little bit easier to focus on. And we're going to run through 5 reps. And as you do these, you really want to focus on keeping the mouth closed. Get a big stretch in there through the chin, through the jaw. And nice and easy. We're not rolling the shoulders. I'm not moving the body. If my shoulders were headlights, they're staying pointed straight ahead, along with the hips. And let's reverse. Sweep the opposite direction. Drop the ear back, chin around, ear down, and follow the collarbone. I'm allowing my chin to draw that nice big rotation as I work around. Shouldn't be any pain in this motion. If we're having pain, we can either shorten the range of motion, or I would suggest cutting it out until you can speak with a doctor or a practitioner as to why this would be causing pain. Cool. Once we finish up our 5, we're going to go ahead and we're going to drop down onto our back. Let's keep our knees bent as we do so. So when I lay down here, again, keeping the knees bent, I'm going to open up to a bit of a W position here. So I want ribs packed down to the ground. I'm not flaring them up to the sky. I'm going to pack those ribs. I'm going to tighten up the core a little bit. And then I'm going to exhale, reach up into a Y. Nice big inhale, and pull those elbows back in towards the body. Small motion, but we should get a nice big stretch in through that chest. 10 to 15 reps, 20 if they feel great sometimes. We're just going to stop at 10 today. If you want more of a challenge, I would say reach up into more of an I position. If you want a little bit less of a challenge, or if it's a lot on the shoulders, reach out into a little bit more of a T position. But then that pulling in would still be the same either way. And let's go. Let's work through 2 more. And last one. Good. So while we're down here, we're going to go ahead. We're going to work into our ankles as well. We're going to extend one leg up overhead. The idea is we want that knee to be locked. I bring the hands in behind the knee so I have something to push into. If this is too difficult, you can grab a band, a towel, or anything and kind of pull to you. Keep the elbows down and extend the back of the knee into that towel or band. But we've got the hands, we're going to do so. And again, this motion could look like this for you. It could look like this for some. There's no right or wrong, but the knee should be locked. So from here, our first motion is toes down, toes to the sky. Nice and easy, 5 reps. And just getting that calf a little warm. Good, there's our 5. And now I'm going to draw a nice big circle through the ankle, leading with that big toe. So I'm just letting the big toe kind of dictate. I'm not moving the leg. I'm not moving the hip. I'm just focusing on rolling through the ankle. Once I hit my 5, I'm going to reverse back the other way. Again, this is a big stretch through the hamstring and through the calf, so this may be a little intense at first. Perfect. Once we finish up, let's go ahead and jump to the other side here. So I've got the one knee bent, I've got the leg straight, and I'm going to start with a couple little ankle pumps just to get the calf loose before I start rotating. If you need more than 5 pumps, no problem. But now we're going to go ahead and rotate into our circles. And like with everything we do, just take note. Does one side feel easier? Does one side feel more difficult? Does one calf really screaming at you? They're all kind of little things just to become aware of. And let's go one more. Perfect. There's our 5 and 5. From here, we're going to work back into our 90-90 position. We're going to work some hip rotations. So I'm set up. I've got a 90-degree angle at both knees. I'm going to use my hands for these just to show through the video because I want you to focus on keeping your chest tall. If you pick your hands up, yes, it will be more of a challenge, but we tend to dump the chest and kind of round the back when we do so. I love to keep the hands down. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to drive this back knee up. I'm going to pull it towards the sky. Chest stays tall. Both hands hit the ground. I'm on the heel. And then I'm going to bring this front knee with me. So the idea is I'm leading that back knee to the ground before this one comes down. Nice big rotation in the body. I'm facing the other direction. And then I'm going to reverse that process. So the back of the knee, I'm going to drive back behind me, Chest stays tall. Bring the hands. Really focus on driving that front knee down before the back one comes. Good. Big twist back in the body. Chest is faced out over the knee. And repeat. We're going to work 5 rotations each way. It'll be a total of 10 if you're counting one at a time. And you'll find it's tougher the more you keep that chest upright. It's very easy to allow yourself to rotate like that. But when you fight to keep that chest tall, using those hands, you'll really notice the hips are working hard. We're going to go 2 more reps. And these don't need to be at 100% either. You can start nice and light, and you can build on the effort as you work through the reps. And 1 last rep. Good. Pulling that back knee up, chest up nice and tall. Big stretch, big rotation in the hips. And reversing. You can also sit on a little bit of a pad or a pillow to help prop you up a little bit. And then it's a little bit less of an angle at the hip. And it's a little bit easier to rotate side to side initially. So then what we're going to finish out with, our last part, we're going to touch on the wrists. These are tough, and I understand that. If you need a bench, you can use a bench to stand, and it will make it a little bit easier. You can also just start light. So the idea here is our palms are going to point, or our fingers are going to point back behind us. Palms are down on the ground, and we're already going to get a nice big stretch in here through the forearms. If this is intense, you can just hang out here as well. Take some deep breaths. Focus on pushing the ground away so we're not slouched here. So from this standpoint, now we just want to do a little rock back. I'm not lifting the palm off the ground at all. I'm just rocking back and forth. 10 to 15 each way is perfect. We're just going to hit 10 today. I'm going to go 5 more. And this is fairly intense on the wrists and the forearms. I definitely understand that. So start light. And last one. Perfect. So now from here, without moving just yet, now we're just going to go ahead and we're going to hit a little side to side rock. Again, nice and easy. I'm pushing the ground away. I'm not slouching. 10 to 15 as well. Here's our halfway point. We're going to run 5 more each way. Couple more. I'm always trying to get my fingers long here too. I'm always trying to kind of grip the ground with it and push away. Perfect. And there we go. Let up nice and slowly. And well done. That'll conclude everything in our daily mobility series part 2. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, drop them below in the comments or anything, and I'm more than happy to answer them. Or if you just want to add something to it, no right or wrong, this is just a base to get you started.